Yo, what's up traders? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to look at this whole week of trading from Monday to today is on Friday, and I want to go through the process that I've taken throughout the week and clear out some cobwebs for some of the people who actually have a hard time understanding or grasping the process. So we have, this is Monday, this blue line represents Monday. So we have the high of the previous days and the low of the previous day here. So this is before I get into the market. These are just the things that I just plot out to give me the direction. So as you can see, the first day we break down and trigger the previous day's low, and then at the double zeros, the 50, we have a resistance, and now we have the low of the day Monday, and we have the high of the day. This is, well, think about this in sessions. So we have the Asian high, which is here. This is the Asian high, and we are using the 1 hour time frame just to make things easier. So this is the Asian high, and then the London session breaks above it and continues higher to the double zeros, or the 50, the double zeros. That gives us our new high. We set it in London. Now when I come to the screen at 3 or I mean 8, it's 3 p.m. where I am, the process is the same. First hour sets the high and the low of the session. Second hour we are looking for either a continuation or a reversal. Now since we have the high of the day set in place in London, so this is how it looks before the first hour even sets up. We have this pump. It's a nice pump, 1 push, 2 push, and if you look at this from the low to the high, it's about 130 pips. So this, to me, this is level 1, level 2, level 3. We have moved 3 levels to the high, and then the first hour we have a breakout. The first hour we have this break. Now remember, we are not trying to predict the market. We have our bias, but we are also looking at the current live information, because we are trading live. If you are looking at the past information, then you are going to have a very hard time, because you'll be trying to predict. Now the market has broken down. I want to show you how to know whether the market is reversing or continuing. So this is the first hour. This is the first hour. The market breaks down. Now I like to look at the market after 9:30, because now from there I can have a nice bias of where the market is going to go after the market opens. So we have this market continuing to drop down and then consolidates we have this consolidation here. When I see a consolidation, that is when I know the market is about to get ripe. All right, so look at this. We have a consolidation after 9:30, and then we have this M pattern at 9:45, the first minute of the 15-minute candle. This was my entry for a 60 pip take profit. Simple continuation. But first of all, we started with knowing how the market was behaving. This was a broken down market because of this pump dump. That was Monday. Tuesday, so this is day 1. Tuesday is day 2. So day 2, we have our high of the week now and our low of the week. So what's our thesis? Still, the process is the same. We have the first high, which is the Asian high. And then in London, the market continued, well, its range expansion. It expanded the range. Now we have our high of the day. And then in the gap time, the market gave us again another high. Now, I don't remember which news was this. If it's the CPI or I don't remember. But as you can see, it whipsawed the low and the high. Now, I was waiting for the market to, for the news to actually complete its thing. And then we wait for the next hour. As you can see, we have now triggered other time frame traders. And we have this nice pump to the high. And then in the second hour at 9:30, because I like to wait for 9:30 because 9:30 always has a big probability of stop hunting those guys who entered early. Right? So having these simple rules where you know what to do after whether your setup formed or not, you have this process where you can do it every single day. It's repeatable. So as you can see, the market did whipsaw. This is the 1 minute time frame. But then in the second hour, this is what I like to do. When I see we have already triggered the high, then it's already broken down, I put a trend line like that. So we have this bounce and then another bounce here. So what people usually do, this is a broken down market, they start selling without even thinking about the consequences of not having something to trigger their entry. So what I was looking for, the market to come back to bounce again on the trend line, and it did very well at 9:30, and then broken structure. So I'm looking for an engulfment. An engulfment to me signals that we are not coming back to that region again. We've already locked down the high or the low. This is my entry. We have our 20 pip stop loss with a 60 pip take profit. Easy money. So to those who have no entry criteria, you will still be struggling. So as you can see, I have a process. I know when the market does this, then I know the next step is going to be this or that. If you don't do this for yourself, then I can tell you that you will always be struggling with your entries and you'll always be getting stopped out. Now, that was on Tuesday, day 2. Day 3 was not a very good day for me because I had a drawdown because the market did move but later in the session. So we have our so the market gave us a nice creeping trend up to the high, but did not trigger the high of the day or the high of the previous day. So remember, this is day 3. And what happened again? Oh, this is Tuesday, sorry, Wednesday. Now we are in Wednesday. So this is what happened on Wednesday. We have our low of the previous day. We are inside the low of the previous day and the high the high of the previous day, which is the high of the week. What does the market do? We have this creeping trend up, and then we have this pump to the high in the first hour. The process is still the same for me. First hour sets the high and the low of the session, and then from there on we wait for 9:30 to see how the market behaves. So we have now our high of the day, but the market consolidated. So I was expecting for a nice pump and dump, but the market consolidated and then moved later in the session. So I'm not going to talk about this, although we can look at the mistake that I did. But remember, losing is also part of trading. If you are not ready to lose, or if you are not willing to lose, then you should find a job. Otherwise, so guys, as you can see, the market consolidated. There was no broken down market, so I don't really know what was happening in my mind. Now, a broken down market, when it breaks down, then retests, then you can enter. But for me, I was just desperate. I was just desperate. So let's not dwell on what does not work. Yesterday. So yesterday we had a nice trade yesterday, because as you can see, well, I don't know if we can move that, we can go back that further. All right, so this is the low of the previous month, so this is a major level. Now the price yesterday triggered the low of the previous month in Asia and continued down, working the low, and then in the first hour gave us a nice pump to the high. Well, did not reach the high, but now this is a runaway trade because they are not coming back to the previous days, to that major level. If you are in late, it's your problem. Or if you counter trend a major level, then you know you're going to be stopped out. It's not going to be kind to you. So I knew yesterday that we will be having a major reversal. So if you know you are having a major reversal, then of course you're looking for a continuation. So yesterday the market was very strong, bullish, was very strong. Yeah, well, the point is that the first hour creates the high and the low of the session. The second hour, as you can see with this trend line, they did not reach this trend line, but they gave us a breakout pullback continuation. So this is the high of the London session. As you can see, high of the London session, breakout, pullback, and then continued higher. My entry, this was my entry up here at the high of the day. So they broke above the high of the day, and yeah,